And this one's called I Always Thought I'd Die. That's also becomes the first line of the poem. I always thought I'd die in a nuclear wink, would not have time to know what hit me, or after distant flashes and the shock waves slowly of radiation sickness, combs full of hair, bleeding from the eyes, fingernails, nostrils, anus. After the president's head detonated, I walked the mile home from history class, dusty concrete along Augusta Road, scanning the sky for the first needle glints of Russian missiles. But it was just Oswald, a mere 10 years older than I was, I know now, son of one Robert E. Lee, a Marine, like my father, like Lee O. himself, but dead before the boy was born. Young Oswald thought God was a dog, a star rats. His smiling, chin-strapped mug looks a lot like my teammates, Wells and Strobo, who both joined the Corps right after high school, got themselves killed in short order. Oswald was in radar, a word he couldn't get wrong. Like my father, he qualified sharpshooter. Like my father, he was honorably discharged. Unlike my father, he didn't deserve it. He never killed anybody until he did Kennedy and Tippit. He never boxed. He never looked like Clark Gable. My father believed somebody on the grassy knoll did it, even though he knew about the trip to Moscow. He slashed his left wrist. He met a girl with a Shakespearean handle, fathered a kid he named after a summer month, came home a family man, purchased an Italian rifle created within a few miles of the Shroud of Turin. Unlike my father, who sweated in thick Savannah air, hugging creosote poles, Lee found it hard to hold a job. I have looked out that window. Despite what you have heard, it was an easy shot. My father killed several men on what he always called the island. It wasn't easy with an M1906, certainly not with a bayonet. Never had second thoughts about Hiroshima. They boarded a stinking troop train for San Diego, waited all day in the Carolina heat, were ordered back to barracks. No A-bomb, no Ronnie Smith, he said. 1 million Marines, soldiers, sailors, flyboys, 1 million would have bought the farm on the mainland. He figured his number was up, but boom, boom, the war was over. He took his malaria to Chatham County, married an operator with the middle name Lee, and sired, as they say, me. And though my Uncle Don, skinny and jumpy as Lee Harvey himself, rolled hundreds of warheads from Travis Field to Hunter Air Force Base about the time I turned 12, by convoy right through the heart of my hometown, down what is now MLK Boulevard. Looks like I'll make 70 years and 10. Haven't been vaporized or particularly irradiated, as far as I know. One wide out of Vietnam, despite football. It wasn't the concussions or the trick shoulders, knees, arthritic feet, hips, spine, blood pressure off the chart. The doc growled. No Hiroshimas in my lifetime. Not yet.